cold, and fresh. I'm Zach, half of podcast host, and this is
Lucas, the other half.
And we're back this week. We take a week off, but we're back this week to talk about E3 and everything that we got to see there. We got a lot of game news, a lot of trailers, a lot of announcements, and we made some predictions last week, and we heard about some rumors, so we talked about those, and now we're here to talk about what came true. So let us discuss. Hold on, let me pull this up here. Let us discuss the very first one. EA. Let's talk about EAs.
Oh boy, let's talk about EAs. Well, we predicted that they were going to show Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
That definitely came true.
Yeah.
Just like we expected.
Yeah, always.
We expected...
Loot boxes is what I expected.
Which...
They're not loot boxes.
Not exactly.
They're supply drops.
I don't know. The way that they're doing them makes me think that they're still definitely a cash grab.
Absolutely.
But how do you earn them in game? That's my only question that they didn't answer. They said that they are available in game and that they are a weekly thing. They change weekly. Everyone would get the same loot box.
Supply drop.
Supply drop. But they didn't exactly say how to get them.
I'm sure when it comes out, it'll be some big stupid thing.
Naturally.
Yep. See what else did I mean? Of course, the sports games. New one each year.
Mm-hmm. FIFA, Madden,
NBA.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens. Every year, they make money, so they keep doing them. Which is why, despite all that EA does, I don't think they'll ever go under.
Yeah, probably.
Because people just continue to buy the sports. Unfortunately. Can
we get that list up?
The list?
Yeah, the list that we had last week. Because that will be really handy with this.
The list of...
games. Or the list of rumored games.
Ah, yes. Okay. Let me see if I can find that. What else does EA make?
Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Which there was a gem of a quote in that conference saying Star Wars Battlefront had a rough start.
What? Yeah.
Where I think it had a bit more than a rough start.
It had a pretty huge start. I don't know where those rumors. Maybe this is them. It had a pretty major start. Just put it that way.
Yeah. Come on.
You know, I don't know if there's no way that where that page went. Here, you find it. Let's see. Even with that page though, I don't think they did a lot of E3 stuff. Or EA stuff.
No, but this is.
Yeah, but that's not EA. We'll get there.
Okay,
don't
fine.
you worry.
Fine.
Yeah, overall I'm disappointed in EA's.
I mean, they showed some really cool stuff, but not much that got me hooked.
Yeah, not a lot.
And just EA, man.
Yeah, it's
EA.
just I'm just EA.
So, next on our list.
Anyway, moving on, we have Microsoft. I just want to go out and just say, stop letting Phil Spencer talk.
Yeah.
Just stop doing. Just stop doing it.
How many times has he gotten in trouble for things that he said?
Every year.
Like
every E3.
He lets off way too much, or not enough in some cases. But
yeah. Or he just says something stupid. Like, just don't let him talk. Have someone else do it. And Microsoft, your press conference was so cringe. I don't know, the lady that came out and was talking.
EA's was just as bad though.
Companies should hire actors to do it for them. Should hire professional speakers to do it for them. No one at tech companies. We're all freaking nerds, all right? We're not talkers. Just hire someone to do it for you.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good trailer right behind us. Anyway, we'll get to that. That's not Microsoft.
So, one of our predictions was Halo Infinity.
Yeah. We got a very, very brief snippet. Very brief snippet.
Which we also said that we were going to get maybe a 6-second trailer out of it. And how long do you think that trailer was? That teaser was?
I don't know. Maybe 6. Maybe a little more. Who knows? But it's there. They got to finish the trilogy.
I think one of the worst parts about that conference, just to shit all over the conference.
Yeah, you know, it's not a bad conference, but it does have. It could use some work in the aspect of companies.
It was really weird for them to just come out and be like, "Hey, we acquired this studio, and here's what they're working on when we bought them." And they had like 5?
They had a couple. It is weird, but at the same time, it's like, hey, get excited because these games that might not have before are now coming to our system. And where it's also like, hey, get excited because these companies that might have gone under without us are still working on these games that you are excited about. So it's a little weird, but at the same time, it's kind of cool, you know?
I mean,
making sure that it's not going terrible.
Why didn't they just say that these games are coming to our platform and just leave it at that? It seems kind of weird to just say, hey, we acquired this studio.
That way people know who to blame. Because now we can just blame Phil Spencer for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. One thing that I thought was cool is Microsoft is getting Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 3 will be the first Kingdom Hearts game on a Microsoft console. Which is pretty friggin' dope. Because Kingdom Hearts is the best game ever. And I will fight you on that.
You won't have to fight very much, but...
I will fight whoever says otherwise. Probably some Call of Duty fanboys out there I'll have to fight. Who don't know a good game if it would smack them in the face.
Wow.
Hey, it's true. It's true. Every new Call of Duty comes out, they're like, oh my gosh, it's the best Call of Duty.
So yeah, I was right. They announced that they were they acquired The Initiative, Playground Games, Ninja Theory, Undead Labs, and Compulsion Games, which is 5, if you can't count. They unveiled Xbox Game Pass. What do you think about that one? Or more games for Game Pass?
I really don't know. I feel like these Netflix style things for games are stupid, just in general.
I mean, they could be cool.
They could be cool if you could keep them.
Yeah.
Or choose some to keep each month, but no, they're gone every month, and it's pretty lame. Crackdown 3. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just saw it.
Go on.
I'm excited for Crackdown 3 because it's coming to PC. And I've played through the first and second one, and they're great games. I enjoy them very much, and it's coming to the third one's coming to PC, and I'm so gonna play that on stream.
I would play it with you, but I don't want Windows 10. That's about the only thing.
Windows 10 isn't bad. Windows 10 is good.
Yeah, but
It's better than Windows 8.
Man, at least I could turn updates off on Windows 8. You can't on Windows 10.
You can push them back.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I've done it.
Well, up to a certain amount of time.
Also, update when you're sleeping. Anyway.
You mean at 6 o'clock when you should be sleeping?
Hey.
When you're still
When
up?
I'm still up, yep. Yes, sir. What else we got? Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May Cry 5. Super pumped about that. Not much to say about it. It looks like it stays true to the formula.
Ooh, you just scrolled down a little bit and I saw something really great. Anyway, Cuphead.
That was kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
Honestly. But
the DLC.
Hey, yeah. More Cuphead is always good.
Yeah, you get Miss Chalice. Cyberpunk 2077.
From CD Projekt Red, who made The Witcher.
Yeah.
I was super excited to see this game, and we didn't know what it was going to be before E3. Now we know it's going to be a first-person shooter,
open world RPG.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still confused about what exactly it is. It's cybery, a little bit of punky.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's almost like
there it is.
That's a name.
Dying Light 2.
Dying Light 2. That wasn't in our predictions, was it?
No, not at all. It was not even on the radar.
So they did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
You excited about it?
I kind of am. I enjoy the first Dying Light. It's a great game. I think the parkour in it is done very well.
Mm-hmm.
And it just keeps things interesting and fun. So I'm pretty excited for it. We'll skip the next one. Talk about that during their conference.
Of course, a new Forza game.
Obviously.
Forza Horizon, which is the kind of arcadey Forza games, which I always enjoy.
I will say, their trailer for this was very cheesy with how they talked about it and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
However, it looked good. Not like fun to play. I don't like racing games, but like the graphics of it and the season changes and whatnot, and the jumps and all that, and all the people driving back and forth, it looked good.
Can we talk about though the kind of fake VoIP that they did?
Oh yeah,
the fake voice communications.
That was for the Vision.
Well, they also did it in Forza.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. It's always
graphically bad. It looked good.
Yeah.
Gears 5.
We had a lot of Gears stuff.
A lot of Gears stuff. Yeah. There are 3 different Gears games.
Mm-hmm.
2 coming to Windows 10, 1 coming to Xbox One, and 1 coming to iOS and Android. Gears 5 obviously going to Xbox One and Windows 10. You're picking up where you left off. Joining some people, killing some more monsters.
I don't know how I feel about this because Cliff left the company. The creative director of Gears.
I think Gears dropped off after number 2.
I liked Gears 3.
It was okay, but it definitely went downhill a little bit.
Yeah.
So I kind of stopped caring about Gears after number 2.
Yeah, true.
I mean, they got fun games, but they got repetitive real quick.
Yeah, you could only ever have so many world-ending crises.
Yeah, and you can only chainsaw so many people in half.
I mean, they did mix it up with like a stabby chainsaw.
Anyway, Gears Pop coming to iOS and Android exclusive. It's a Funko Pop style Gears game. 'Cause why not? They didn't really say what you'd be doing in it.
Yeah.
They just kind of showed Funko Pop Gears characters, and then we're like, hey, it's a game now.
I don't know what it is. This is coming directly from the Xbox website, the Microsoft website. So if they don't have a description of like what it is, no one is.
Yeah. And then Gears Tactics coming to Windows 10. Turn-based Gears of War game. In like XCOM style.
Honestly, XCOM style Gears of War, it kind of fits.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's done well, though.
Right. It could just end up being a reskinned XCOM.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're so similar in their storylines.
Mm-hmm.
Otherworldly beings. Or, I guess not. Maybe otherworldly. Either way. Humanity fighting against them. Like, it's so similar in the way they are. So, Just Cause 4, for all you Just Cause fans.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't in our predictions, but
No.
I think it was part of the leaks in Walmart.
I believe it was part of the leaks, yeah.
Metro Exodus.
Metro Exodus, yes.
We
talked about
that, and we got to see a bit more, which I'm always excited for.
Yeah.
Near Automata, Become as Gods edition.
I never played.
It's on my wish list, and I've watched so much of it.
I never even watched anything about it.
Think Bayonetta, that kind of style.
I never played Bayonetta either.
Oof. I don't know what else to compare that to. Another Ori game.
Yeah.
Ori and the Will-O-Wisps.
Ori and the
Didn't
Blind
see that
Forest was
coming?
good. Yeah, no, didn't see that coming at all. PUBG, of course.
Mm-hmm. On console.
Sea of Thieves.
Of
There it
course.
is. Let's see. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That was in the leaks, in the rumors.
Also, Session was a new IP? Question mark? Because it looked a lot like Skate.
Yeah.
And I was super excited for a new Skate game. But then it was like Session.
Yeah, I feel like it's just Skate with a different name.
Yeah. I mean, that's not bad.
No,
But
it's not at all.
it was kind of weird.
Yeah. Let's see. Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit,
Mm-hmm.
which is a rumor to be linked to Life is Strange. I guess not rumored, it's on their website.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, somehow linked to Life is Strange 2. Which Lucas, you were mentioning the art style when we were watching it.
Yeah.
And then the name popped up.
I thought it was Life is Strange too because
yeah.
they've been teasing that for
But
so long.
I guess it contains links to the new story that will be in Life is Strange 2. Possibly when Life is Strange 2 comes out, your character in that, what's her name? Sam? Whatever her face is. Rewind time, girl. And Captain Spirit, whatever his name may be, Chris, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll meet and they'll be like, oh, we have powers. And as Life is Strange goes on, you'll just develop, you'll go and create the School for Mutants. Tom Clancy's Division 2.
Saw that one coming.
Yeah, I'd rather talk more about that when we hit to Ubisoft's.
Okay. We Happy Few. Apparently they hit version 1.0,
Yeah.
which
It's getting full release soon.
finally,
Yeah, it's been out early access for a while.
like a couple years.
Oh, there it was.
So
I don't know if you guys saw
2016.
that behind us, but the very brief Elder Scrolls. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Ugh.
Oh, I might rewind just to watch it again. Yeah, We Have a Few.
I watched a lot of it when it first came out, but it looked so. There was no story, really.
Yeah.
It was repetitive. The procedurally generated worlds were cool in concept, but in practice, it was just seeing the same building 50 times in a row.
You mean a No Man's Sky scenario?
Yes. So, in theory, cool.
It's almost as if procedurally generated doesn't work.
it does work sometimes. You have to do it right, and we'll see if they do it right with this update.
Yeah. Let's move on. You want to pop on over?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's move on to Bethesda. Bethesda, we had many predictions for the Bethesda. Lucas predicted an iOS game. He predicted another Skyrim. I predicted a new Elder Scrolls game. We knew there was going to be some Fallout 76 talk. We knew there was probably going to be some Prey talk.
We knew there was going to be some Rage.
Yep, we knew
talk.
It was rumored.
It was rumored, but we were pretty sure.
Yeah, we were pretty sure. We had plenty of predictions for and rumors for Bethesda, and I'm happy to say that a lot of them came true.
Mm-hmm.
But let's start at the top of the list, shall we?
Yeah.
Start at the top of the list with Rage 2. They started off... Bethesda started their conference off right.
Mm-hmm.
They get up there. I don't remember who was that was talking, but they get up there and go, all right, let's start this conference off with an announcement that our friends at Walmart Canada have already done for us, known for their low prices and ability to keep a secret. And just threw shade at Walmart Canada for the leaks. It was awesome.
If there's anything that Bethesda knows how to do, it's how to laugh at themselves.
Yep.
Because they did it when they unveiled the Creation Club. They had horse armor, which was a throwback to an Oblivion DLC that was notoriously overpriced.
Yep.
So, and they're continuing it right here.
Yeah. So Rage 2 looks a lot different than the first one. As I'm sitting there watching the trailer, I'm going, wait, did we switch games? Just sitting there during the conference. Not right now. But while I was watching the conference, I was like, when did we switch? Which game is this? And then it came out as Rage 2. I was like, okay, we went a little more futuristic, less desolate landscape.
I'm okay with that.
I am absolutely too. It looks great. And the fact that they brought out Andrew WK was awesome. There was a couple, and we'll get to that, but there was a couple different big name stars that came out this year. And Andrew WK was the first one that we saw, and it was pretty cool. The Elder Scrolls Legends.
They unveiled an Xbox One version, and a kind of a revamp of it.
Yeah.
So, not much to say about that.
They talked about Somerset Online for Elder Scrolls Online, and gave us a little information about the Wolf Hunter DLC, whatever that may be. Then we moved on to Doom.
That's one that neither of us saw coming.
No, but I will say...
I'm so glad it happened.
Yeah, the trailer looked pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
With the sort of realistic looking demons and devils and whatnot. Which is funny. So I was watching that while I was sitting in church.
You're going to hell for that, man.
No, I'm
watching
good.
Blood and gore on your computer screen.
I was just sitting there watching it. It was fine. But it looked cool. And I had no idea what it was. I thought it was a new IP until it zoomed through the letters and then brought them up into actual view, because it was there were mountains or there were rocks on the ground at first, and then put them in actual view, and I was like, oh dang, that looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, Prey,
new DLC,
Moon Crash, and the Typhoon Hunter multiplayer mode. It was released as well.
It's kind of weird that they're doing DLC for Prey, because that was unveiled last year and they haven't really done much with that.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't really need DLC though. From what I've seen of it, it's a good game into and of itself, and it doesn't really I don't know where you can fit DLC in there, so it might be interesting.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein Youngblood. We get a new Wolfenstein.
I kind of saw it coming, just because they've been consistent.
Yeah. This one's different, though.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to be interesting, considering that it is co-op. As the Blazkowicz twins.
I'm so pumped for a co-op Wolfenstein game. You have no idea.
BJ Blazkowicz, twin daughters, running around, killing Nazis.
And imagine if they have the dual-wielding, like, shotguns that they had in the last game.
Right. It'd be interesting to see this. Definitely excited for it. Fallout 76. I was very skeptical about this game. Because everyone's like, oh, it's a Rust style game. I don't like Rust. I honestly don't like those, like, a lot. I mean, I don't hate them, but I won't play them a lot. Like, 7 Days to Die or Subnautica, they're okay. But it's not my cup of tea, necessarily. The only reason I like Subnautica is because it's water and all that stuff, and it's pretty cool. But, like, I wouldn't play Rust for hours on end. So I was like, well, I'm not playing Fallout 76. But after watching the trailer for it, I'm really excited for it, mainly just for that sloth. There's a giant sloth covered in moss and dirt and, like, just greenery that will come and murder you. And it's awesome.
So we learned some more things through the conference, and also I watched some of the gameplay interviews afterward. So
I will say real quick, most of what I'm talking about, I only watch the press conferences because I don't have time to sit around and watch all of the gameplay videos.
And I did.
Yeah.
So, a bunch of people were worried about what happens to your base whenever you log off or whatever, if it could get raided or stuff like that. When you log off, your base goes and disappears.
Oh, dang.
If you log into a new server and someone else has built where you built, your base will go into your inventory, where you could just plop it down somewhere else.
Oh, dang.
People were worried about having just hordes of people hunting people down, like GTA Online, kind of. Max of 4-player parties, and supposedly there are only going to be maybe a couple dozen players in the map at one time at any server. So that'll cut down on how often you see them, but apparently you will be able to see the other players on your map no matter what.
Oh, that's nice.
It could be nice.
It could also go against you.
Also, people were worried about when you get hunted down by some random dude, what happens to all your stuff? You keep your stuff. All that they get is an XP boost and some bottle caps.
Okay.
Not even your bottle caps. Just some.
Bethesda doing it right.
So, what they're doing sounds really good.
Yeah.
Like, they're taking all of our worries about the game and just shutting those down.
Yeah.
Which is the way to do it.
Even if it is a Rust style game, like, I'm still excited for it because it just looks like a multiplayer Fallout 4. Like, that's what it looked like to me. There was 4 guys running up to a base and just, like, not even a player base, but, like, one of the pre-made places you can explore and just gunning people down. There's 4 people taking out that sloth. Like, it just looks like an awesome multiplayer Fallout 4.
One thing that wasn't answered is how good's the story? We'll see. Because Fallout 4 story was kind of lacking.
Predictable, but still good.
Yeah. Ooh, here we go. Elder Scrolls game.
Ooh, real quick, I want to
Okay.
go back to Fallout 4 or Fallout 76.
Okay.
The break it early test application.
I didn't hear about that.
Their beta stands for break it early test application.
Huh.
Yep. And it will. I think it's a closed beta.
I'll definitely be applying for that.
Yeah. But I think it's a great approach. They're like, come on, break it. Show us what we need to fix.
I mean, that's the point of a beta, man.
Right, but I
yeah.
think the point of a beta has been lost. Because people go, oh yeah, I'm in the beta. Oh, this game is garbage, I'm not buying it.
Mm-hmm.
And Bethesda goes, hey, it's the break it early test application. Do it. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Also, I kind of have to say that that's what I felt about Elder Scrolls Online. When I got into the beta, it just didn't work.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm not buying this.
But
then I bought it.
But the point, right? The point of a beta
Mm-hmm.
is to break it so they can fix it.
Yeah.
Not go, oh, this game's not finished and I'm not buying it. Of course it's not finished. It's a beta.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Elder Scrolls Blades.
Yep.
Mobile game. Elder Scrolls.
This is one prediction that I'm upset. That came true.
I mean, it looks interesting. I probably won't play it.
Yeah.
Or if I do play it, it'll be through an emulator on my computer.
Yep.
But
I
don't know.
Ooh, let's jump back to the beginning of their game studios part of the conference, which is where they unveiled all their new announcements and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And they started off. They go into the first video and Skyrim smoke. Instantly upset. Because Lucas is like, oh yeah, they're just going to be another Skyrim. Smoke fades. Keegan-Michael Key shows up. Or is it Keegan-Michael Key?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the director.
Yeah.
And he's talking to his Amazon Echo. Playing Skyrim. On his Echo. It's not fake, guys. If you have an Echo or Dot or whatever, if you have Alexa, go try it. Go play Skyrim.
Very special edition.
Very special edition. I had a good laugh at that because at the time I thought it was fake. I've since been told that it's not, and I still laugh at it. Fast forward to Elder Scrolls Blades. I'm excited. It's a new Elder Scrolls game. iOS footage. Instantly upset. I don't want anything to do with this conference anymore. I'm done.
Instantly triggered. Mm-hmm.
Keep watching. They show a little clip for Starfield.
Which, it looks really cool.
Who knows what it is, though.
Yeah.
Some space game.
Also, I want to point out that Bethesda said that they were going to have 2 new IPs by the time the next Elder Scrolls came out. That's our second one.
Yep.
So, what came after that?
Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, I almost missed this.
Also, I want you to just see this on the Xbox site. What's it say?
Way to go, Xbox.
Elder Scrolls Online
6. Yeah. Later down, it takes out. But I almost missed that announcement. I was at church. I was doing slides, so I was serving at church, and I had to pay attention, and I looked down, and I just barely catch that VI, that golden beauty, and almost lost my shit. Like, if I was not in church, I would have been hooping and hollering and yelling like no other.
So, do you want to start with wild speculation?
Yeah,
already?
Where are we going to be?
Okay, so based on the coastline and also just the mountains, I'm going to guess High Rock.
That's what I'm feeling as well.
And also those castles in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Looks to be about High Rock. God, that one could be so interesting.
Yeah. Man.
I'm excited. I'm pumped.
I'm ready for it. Who's native to High Rock?
Breton.
Breton. Cool.
So we'll see a little bit of sword and sorcery.
Yep.
A little bit of paladin chivalry.
Maybe
knights and shit.
Maybe magic won't be so taboo. Because I feel like magic's been rather taboo in the last couple games.
In Skyrim, it was definitely taboo. In Oblivion, only necromancy was taboo. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for. I was so pumped. Like, I went back to D&D after church, and I derailed it completely because of Bethesda. But after Bethesda came the oh so lovely Devolver Digital. Oh so beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, so last year they cut a guy's arm off. Not really, but there's fake blood everywhere. People quote unquote died. The first minute in Devolver Digital's press conference, they snap a guy's neck.
Mm-hmm. And then they proceed to berate the audience of last year's convention for pretty much being pansies at how everyone complained about last year's.
Yeah.
And how they were saying it's unprofessional and all that.
Welcome to Devolver Digital. Have you seen the games they make?
Yeah,
I have. This is them, and they ain't gonna change, and I love it. They can keep doing what they doing.
Oh, God. But I love the stark contrast between all the previous ones and then this one, because all the other ones were super professional and straight-laced, and then this one just throwing profanity everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, last year's wasn't either. Wasn't straight-laced either.
Oh, so good.
But, they have their own storyline going. Let's just talk about their performance. So, we'll get to the games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just talk about their performance. They have their own storyline going.
Mm-hmm.
The dude's arm that got cut off, he came back with the machine gun arm and gunned down the chick that usually does the announcements and stuff.
Who then came back?
Who then? Maybe.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. We don't know. The conference ended with a video of a bunch of people leaning over her. I'm assuming her, turning her into what I'm assuming is a cyborg. Because there was grids and they were taking screwdrivers to her face. And, like, it was from her perspective. And all we kept on seeing was grids. And I'm assuming she's a robot now.
Also,
and then a white screen that said, to be continued next year.
I like how they obviously put in all the other conferences had snippets of the audience during their show. I like how obviously not real their audience clips were.
Yep.
Because, like,
they
flashed to, like, a 3-person lineup, and they're just having a good time, sipping a drink. And you're like, no, that's not how people are reacting to this.
Yeah. No, they did the same thing last year. The fake audience reactions and just like honestly, they look like they're in a movie theater.
They're definitely poking fun at the other conferences with that, though.
Yeah.
With the stage audience members and all that. So I could definitely.
Yeah. They just their conference is good just because of what they do.
So
I don't even, like, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, you know, you could release a game that's just me staring at a rock for 5 hours. I'm gonna watch your conference because it's freaking hilarious.
I mean, that's kind of what Fallout did. The lead up to Fallout 76, Bethesda did a 24-hour live stream that was just a bobblehead. Like, and when it was nighttime, they turned the bobblehead on its side, tucked it in with a little blanket and pillow.
Alright, that's adorable.
And just let it go.
Yeah. Alright, but let's actually talk about their games now. Scum.
Open world survival.
Yeah, we didn't really get much.
Didn't really get much.
All it was really was a video of people killing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks interesting.
Yep.
Steam Early Access.
Mm-hmm.
The next announcement was loot box coins.
Oh my gosh, they're actually selling them.
Yeah, they're actually selling them.
Oh my goodness.
They're not sure why people like crypto coins or really how they work, but they might as well try and sell some.
Alright. Yep, loot box coins. It changes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This game I'm actually excited for. My friend Pedro, bullets, bananas, what is it? I don't know. There are 3 Bs. You run around as this dude dressed in yellow and black with 2 Uzis doing flips and pirouettes and swinging on chains, and like you can jump off of people's heads as they shoot them in the face, and like just jumping around all weird. Like you can do the whole like swing from your feet on a hook as you gun people down, and then jump off of it and do backflips and pirouettes as you murder people left and right. You can kick soccer balls into people's heads and kill them. It just looks really good.
Oof.
Yeah, no, that I'm glad my headset's blocking that right now. I don't know if you guys saw that or if my head was blocking it, but he just pulled his toenail off of his foot. Ugh.
I love Death Stranding, but that made me cringe.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my friend Pedro looks pretty good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Metal Wolf Chaos XD.
It's a remake.
The remake?
Of Metal Wolf Chaos.
Yep. It's a mech battle.
Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty much it. And yeah, that's pretty much all they did for their conference.
But it was so good.
They don't do many games. They do performance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what they do.
I did hear a rumor that I talked about last time that they were going to have Man vs. Game as a host, but that obviously wasn't true.
Yep, didn't happen.
So I don't know what happened to that.
I don't know.
I don't even know really where I heard it from. But
let's move on, shall we?
Move on to Square Enix.
Square Enix. Square Enix. We rumored there would be more Kingdom Hearts. Just Cause 4, they do that as well. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is also partly them.
Which
was there. Just Cause 4 was there. Kingdom Hearts was there. We've already sort of talked about all those.
This one was weird.
Yeah. They're crossing over
Monster Hunter World, which I finally got the chance to play, and it is a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
And Final Fantasy Online. Final Fantasy what? 15? 14 online? Yeah, they're crossing them over. I don't know why.
I mean, hey, they're pretty much the same world.
There's some differences. But hey, more power to you.
Sure.
Why not? Dragon Quest 11. 11.
Mm-hmm.
Echoes of an Elusive Age. Have not played a single Dragon Quest game.
I have. They're alright.
Alright, cool. Moving on.
It's a JRPG.
It's a JRPG. Like,
that's all you really need to know.
Square Enix, the only thing I really care about you for is Kingdom Hearts. I'm sorry. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Babylon's Fall.
I actually wasn't here for that conference, for that part.
I think I missed this one as well.
You want to
make sure you throw it on mute? Yeah. Okay.
We're not seeing much.
Yeah, we're not seeing much at all.
It's just a story rundown, apparently.
What seem to be 4 players, and we'll have a fantasy historical narrative.
Which, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hack and slash game similar to Bayonetta.
It's by Platinum Games.
So, I'm excited.
Yeah, well, it's one of those wait to see more kind of scenarios.
Also, coming to Steam.
Yep. Thank you.
Praise Gaben.
Bring more games to Steam.
Yeah. Just Cause 4.
Just Cause 4. Yeah.
Kinda
The Quiet Man. Very brief snippet. It went from live action to in-game. It's about I'm gonna say vigilante, who's deaf. Deaf. I would say deaf and mute, but we don't know for sure if he's mute. But definitely deaf, and he just kicks the crap out. Like in the teaser, he just kicks the crap out of two thugs, and walks away, putting the bag that he was delivering on one of their knocked out bodies.
I'm wondering. I'm assuming third person.
I'm assuming, as well. That's kind of the snippet that we got.
I'm also wondering.
She just ate a bug.
How they're going to do story on this one. Like how the story is going to be unfolded. Because if we learn it the same way that the character learns it, it's going to be completely different than most traditional storytelling that we've gotten.
Very different. Having a protagonist that's deaf is going to be rather different. I mean, take a look at all the protagonists that we get in video games. They're all white people that have no disabilities whatsoever and somehow manage to escape death 4 or 5 times in a game. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
For the most part. There
are
a few.
Protagonists. There are a few, yes. There are always exceptions, but most protagonists we get are white with no disabilities. I mean, this guy's still white, but he's deaf. And that forces making a deaf character, a deaf protagonist, should force Square Enix to shift how it tells the story and shift how it does sound in the game. Because if we are going to be hearing the people approaching, or if we're going to... Correct, the character wouldn't. Or are we going to be feeling it through the controller?
That would be interesting.
Or through cues on the screen.
I don't know. Also...
so...
You want to save this for...
No, because this is Square Enix.
Okay.
I will talk about it during Sony's, because they did as well. But so during Xbox, we got a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, and then Square Enix gave us an extended trailer of that, showing us more places to go. We've got Frozen, we've got Tangled, we've got Monsters Inc., we've got Toy Story, we've got Olympus. We're going back to the Caribbean for Pirates of the Caribbean. They gave us a slightly extended version of that and showed us a little bit more. They still had the weird sound problem, taking out the sound effects.
Yeah.
But it looks good. The chain attacks look good. The forms I will say this is one that I watched a little bit of the gameplay demo on. Again, because it's my favorite game series, so you're darn right I was watching that. There are 3 different forms of Keyblades. So, like, each Keyblade has 3 different forms. And you can equip 3 different Keyblades at a time. So when you go from... you say you have the regular Keyblade, you can equip that. For the second form, you can equip the Pirates of the Caribbean. And for the third form, you can equip the Alice in Wonderland. And so you can go through these forms. And then there's these huge big attacks. There's all this different sorts of stuff. And it just looks... It looks good. It looks like a worthy number 3 to the series. And along with this, they released that they're doing a 3-in-1 bundle. Or actually, sorry, not 3-in-1. Would it be like 12-in-1?
Oh.
So they have the HD 1.5 remix, HD 2.5 remix, HD 2.8 remix. They have all these different like remixes that come out throughout the years, putting the games in different bundles and whatnot, and revamping them. They are putting all of that together. So if you buy the Kingdom Hearts PlayStation, you get all of those at time of purchase. And then you get, without having to buy it again, you get Kingdom Hearts 3 at time of launch. So you get all of the previous Kingdom Hearts games to play through until you hit January 2019, and then you get the Kingdom Hearts 3 game.
I could definitely see you getting that.
I want to, if I can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have a price tag on that one?
No.
Nah, not even?
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on from Square Enix.
Okay.
On to Ubisoft. Ubisoft, we knew that they were going to be talking about Assassin's Creed. That kind of came out early. Thank you, Walmart Canada. So we knew we were going to talk about that. They started their press conference off, I'm going to say, in a terrible way. It was not good. It was odd. It was weird. Maybe it would have been different if I were there. But watching it was very odd. They started off with a dance number for Just Dance 2019.
I mean,
people were dressed in odd outfits.
If that wasn't the introduction to the entire conference, they could have gotten away with it. But it was just out of nowhere, just a random song and dance to kick things off. No other introduction. So,
yeah,
it was weird.
It was odd. And again, people were like, they were dressed in weird outfits, they were painted, and it went on way too long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not only did they had the dance number, but they started outside of the press conference area with a pre-recorded, like, it wasn't even live.
Mm-hmm.
It was pre-recorded because you could see the cut between live and pre-recorded. You could see the cut. They started somewhere, like, in the street or whatever, and it started out with just the panda dude, and it tracked them as they gained people, and then into the building, and into the conference hall, and it cut, and then they walked through the doors dancing, and then they had a huge number on the stage, and it just went on way too long.
Mm-hmm. Beyond Good and Evil 2? We knew it was coming?
Yeah, I never played the first one, so they had this big dramatic reveal at the end. You want to restart the trailers?
Oh, yeah, sure. If I could get the mouse over there.
They had this, like, big dramatic reveal at the very end of the trailer, and one of the characters whispers a name, and then it cuts. And I didn't play the first one, so I don't know. I don't know what happened to that character, but apparently she's evil now.
So, we saw a bit more, a continuation of the teaser trailer. I guess teaser trailer that we got earlier, about a month ago.
Yeah.
And honestly, it looks good.
Yep. I did say that they had a couple big name stars. Another one came out during this. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who played Robin in Batman. What was it? Or Dark Knight, the last one of the Dark Knight trilogy. He was in 10 Things I Hate About You. He's been in a lot of stuff. He came out, and they actually have this pretty cool thing. It's called Hit Record. It's his company. And it's where a bunch of artists, musical, drawing, painting, whatever, can get together and work on a project together. And this is the first time they are working on a game together. Not a game, but like working on a game. They're getting artists together to work on art to put in Beyond Good and Evil 2. and there's a website that you can go and do that and work with people. And it's not like a competition, it's all collaborative.
I'm wondering if these people will even be getting paid for this stuff.
I have no idea.
Because they could very easily go, thank you for your contributions. According to the EULA that you didn't read, what you submitted is now ours.
Right.
They could easily do that kind of douchey thing. So
it'd be hard to pay, because a lot of people will be coming to do it.
Yeah.
So it'd be hard to pay all of them. And since it's a collaborative thing, you then fall in the lines of, oh, well, who gets what cut?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's more of a, if you want your artwork to be seen in a video game, and it's not just artwork, it's music and it is level design as well. Then it's pretty cool.
Yeah. We'll have to see more about gameplay for you to actually have good level design, but yeah.
Yeah. Trials Rising, another Trials game.
Yeah.
I enjoy Trials. It's pretty fun. They very cheesy gimmick on this one, Ubisoft. Dude rode in on a motorcycle.
Wow.
Then destroyed the podium by falling into it.
Oh
no. And then got up and said, just as Trials, you fall and you get up and try again. And of course it was the, Scandinavian? I don't know, wherever they're from.
I don't know, man.
So he said it in his accent and was very awkward on stage and had the weird pauses in the middle of the phrases, I don't know. Very cheesy. Took him forever to say something about it. And then they had another guy come out, and it was just, Ubisoft was very cheesy and just dragged on too long in general. But yeah, new Trials game. Stoked.
Yeah.
Tom Clancy, Division 2. Not stoked. I don't care for The Division. It was not a good game. And The Division 2, as you were talking about earlier, the pre-recorded voiceovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never good.
No. Not good at all. Yep. This is actually pretty cool. So, this is one thing. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle Donkey Kong Adventure. They had a trailer playing, and then a live band playing the music for the trailer. And I will say one of the things that made it better was the close-ups on the band, because some pretty hot chicks in there.
Jesus. Naturally.
But no, it was a very well done, very Mario and Donkey Kong-esque music being played, as well as some Rayman music being played in there. And it was just a well done trailer. It was a little bit too long to announce a DLC for a game, but it was well put together.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones. This is one that I am excited for.
We mentioned it last time.
We did mention it.
And, it looks
didn't
good.
really know, or at least I didn't really know what it was. And I saw it and I went, oh.
Right? It takes, the ships from Black Flag and makes it its own game.
It looks fantastic. It looks fun. They showed off several different features, from the fighting to boarding to sneaking past people by throwing up a flag. It looks good.
Very good.
The next one was a huge announcement for Nintendo fans.
Yeah.
They have a game Ubisoft has a game called Starlink Battle for Atlas, which is an open world customizable starfighter game. Flying around in your starfighter, shooting stuff. And at the very end of the announcement trailer, they showed Fox. They showed his ship and him flying around, and they showed him. So for the first time ever, Star Fox is in a non-Nintendo game.
Mm-hmm.
It will be available on the Switch, and there is no saying that he will be in any of the other versions other than the Switch, but he is in a non-Nintendo game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Assassin's Creed.
Odyssey.
We saw that coming.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a little bit though, because they gave us some pretty cool information about it. So you'll be able to choose which character you want to play as. There's a male character and there's a female character, and you will play as that character for the entire game. There's no switching back and forth like Evie and Fry, or Evie and Jacob. Fry's their last name.
I don't know. I didn't even play it.
I don't know. From Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
But you will choose one, and you'll go through that you'll go through the entire game with them. You'll be able to meet awesome people from the time period. They showed off Socrates in the trailer. Your decisions kind of shape how things play out. While you're riding along the road, you will have bounty hunters after you. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Can I just say that if they don't have a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure Easter egg in this game with Socrates, I'm going to be super disappointed.
Oh boy. Ooh, big thing to talk about. Ubisoft talked about For Honor, showed off an awesome trailer announcing the inclusion, the coming of, I'm assuming, the Shaolin monks.
I don't know.
They didn't really say what they were. It's called Marching Fire. They looked like Shaolin monks just with based off the weaponry they used and the fighting style that was shown in the trailer. But with that, the basic game, none of the expansions or anything, but the basic game is free. I believe today might be the last day to get it, so go grab it because it is a great game.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I got it.
You got it. Perfect. We'll have to play it sometime.
And The Crew 2.
The Crew 2. I don't care for racing games. Real quick, who did you choose? Back to For Honor.
Back to For Honor?
Yeah. What faction are you?
I didn't play.
But what faction will you choose?
Gotta go with the Knights, man.
Yeah, there you go. They're the only choice.
Okay, Sony.
Okay. Knights is where it's at.
Okay.
Sorry. The Knights are losing pretty hardcore right now, and it's very upsetting. They're getting their butts kicked by the Vikings.
Before we talk about Sony, I just want to say that...
Oh, pause it.
Yeah. Microsoft hinted at a new console.
Very briefly hinted at it.
Mm-hmm. So we're assuming it's coming next year.
Yeah. We're already getting rumors and predictions for next year, which, hey, next year we'll be back here.
So Sony is probably going to be sharing suit next year as well.
Maybe next year we'll be there. A lot can happen in a year.
Yeah.
You guys can make that happen.
We saw Death Stranding.
Yep.
Which
looked like a walking simulator. Not gonna lie.
The way that they showed it, yeah, it did look like a walking simulator. But that's also kind of how they showed Metal Gear Solid. So.
And I wasn't excited for that.
It is a good game though.
And I'm not excited for Death Stranding. If I want to play a walking simulator, I'll go play 7 Days to Die.
Yeah, right. The Last of Us Part 2.
Which is on screen behind us right now.
Which...
Ellie kicking butt and making out with women.
Hey man, whatever you're into.
Yeah, whatever. They made that a very poignant part of the trailer, which is the only reason I point that out. I don't know why, but, Yeah, a lot of people are going to be excited about Last of Us 2. I watched it. I haven't. I want to play it. I want to play it, but I don't have. I don't have a PlayStation.
Yeah, that's about the only thing.
Can we stop console exclusivity? Can we stop exclusives?
Yeah,
Please. Like PC gamers kind of get shafted from that.
So to continue on getting shafted,
Ghost of Tsushima
looks like a great game.
It looks like a fantastic game. Guess what? Console exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want a samurai game. I want a good samurai game. And Ghost of Tsushima might be that. But you know what? I can't play it.
Mm-hmm.
Because screw you, console wars.
I wonder how much money they make by having console exclusive games. Because, like, how many consoles do they think that they sell?
I don't know, but tell you what, they can make a lot more if they open that exclusiveness up.
At least a PC, man.
Yep.
At least a PC.
Yep. But yeah, it looked that from the trailer of Ghost of Tsushima, the combat looked well done. The art style was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the cinematics for that game were like, they had at one given time a good 200 to 300 leaves swirling around, and each one of those was hand done.
It looked beautiful.
It looked amazing, and I'm kind of hyped for it. One thing that I am
not hyped for.
Honestly, I'm a little hyped for, and it's very upsetting because I absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate what it is the Spider-Man game.
You're actually hyped for that?
There's two gameplay, like, further discussions that I watched. Kingdom Hearts and Spider-Man, because I just turned it on at one point and it was there. And I watched it and it looked good. It had the Batman Arkham style combat that was done well with awesome gadgets and stringing people up and, you know, slamming against the wall and sticking them with webs and whatnot. There were gadgets that you could slap onto a person that would shoot a web off into a direction. First thing attached to it, yank that person to that. It looked good.
Mm-hmm.
And that is very upsetting to me because I hate Spider-Man. I think he is the worst superhero on the face of the earth and that he shouldn't exist anymore. But his game looks good and it's very upsetting. I don't want to give Spider-Man anything. Which is why I still haven't seen his movie, the new Homecoming. I also never saw the ones with Andrew Garfield either.
You're salty.
I'm upset. I'm upset that I want to play his game.
So, you want to go to Nintendo?
Yeah.
Or do you want to stay on
No,
Spider-Man?
let's move on to Nintendo. Nintendo. We didn't have much in the way of predictions for Nintendo.
No, we didn't.
We kind of figured that they do what they do.
We did say that there was going to be a new Super Smash Bros.
Yep.
Which there is, and holy shit.
Oh, we'll get there. We will get there. Don't. Oh,
okay.
Oh boy.
So,
I'm excited for that.
First, they showed off
Daemon X Machina. Which is Armored Core.
It looked really cool.
I've
been thinking about getting a Switch.
It's not Armored Core.
It's
looks like
mistaken.
One. Yeah.
Yep.
It looks good. Art style looks good. I missed part of the Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. It's a mech fighting
conference. Game. Yeah. But it looked. I mean, the art style looks good. So.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC.
Yeah. More power to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Sorry, Pokemon. Let's go.
Pikachu
integrated with
and
Pokemon
Eevee.
Go. Yeah. You get a free Mew with a Pokeball Plus purchase. So buy the controller because you're going to anyways. So get a Mew.
Yeah, pretty much.
for real, I'd buy that controller in a heartbeat if I had to switch.
Right?
Yeah, it looks good. I think we've talked about it before. There's not really anything else to mention about it. They didn't show off anything new or interesting. So,
A new party game, simply titled Super Mario Party.
yeah.
Which, are they going to start doing Super Mario Party 2, 3, 4?
Just redoing them.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or
But
keep doing them.
they've abandoned the all-in-one strategy that they did for the last one that got people in an uproar. Because all of a sudden you were all moving at the same time, and that was not cool. Let us move our tokens up, by ourselves. Thank you. They've added Rosalina as a playable character, and a Goomba, and Bowser himself from this picture.
Do you think there's going to be online multiplayer?
So long as you buy the Nintendo Online stuff.
Because they did say that you're going to be able to play games across multiple Switch screens, but they didn't exactly say what that meant.
Right. Yeah, there might be, but again, it'll be behind the Nintendo Online.
Fire Emblem!
Another Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem has been a good series. I don't think there's been a terrible Fire Emblem yet.
No, there hasn't been.
It's just a good series in general.
Which, this is gonna pretty much go on in direct competition with Octopath Traveler. Because they're pretty much the same style.
Sort of.
Or is this one?
This is a tactical turn-based. Octopath Traveler is just turn-based.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is your normal
yeah. So
Fire
this
Emblem.
is your army game. Octopath Traveler is
Pokemon.
Pokemon. And when it comes to Nintendo, there's really never any competition.
Yeah.
Nintendo fanboys buy all their games. Dan's getting both of them.
Probably.
Fortnite is on Switch.
Saw that coming.
Why not?
Yeah.
Fortnite also passed 125 million. Some ridiculous number of players. Overcooked 2.
It looked
Just in case you
like a
didn't,
cooking sim.
just in case you didn't get enough of the flying spaghetti monster in the first one. Have you not seen Overcooked?
No, I have not.
Okay, so yeah, it legit is a cooking simulator.
Okay.
You're obviously on a time limit, cooking things, but the stage fucks with you. So like, there's ones where there's a world of levels where you're cooking in cars, and the cars will split, and you can fall off and lose whatever you're holding. So if you have a full plate and you're trying to get to the delivery and you fall off, you have to remake that. And then there's it's actually a nice story that goes along with it. You have to go back in time to stop the world from being destroyed by a giant spaghetti monster. And cook your way to excellence. So
We got Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight
Coming on Switch.
Yep. It's already
Or
on
is
Steam.
now on Switch.
Octopath Traveler.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a free demo.
So there's not much to say about that. We've talked about that.
Yep.
A ton of new Switch games.
Yep.
Starlink, Arena of Valor, Minecraft. I thought that was already on Switch.
I thought so too.
Sushi Striker Pixark, which
Just Dance 2019, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Splatoon 2, the Octo expansion, Captain Toad. I think the first Captain Toad, if I'm not mistaken. The Crash Insane trilogy, so Crash Bandicoot coming to the Switch. Ninjala Carcassonne, yes, the board game. FIFA 18, FIFA 19, Ark Survival Evolved, Wasteland 2, Paladins, Fallout Shelter, which kind of fits.
it does fit.
Fallout Shelter on the Switch, nice job.
Yeah.
Dark Souls Remastered, SNK Heroines, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, The World Ends With You, Mega Man 11, and Mario Tennis Aces.
That's a lot of games.
Which
Nintendo
I
did
think,
not disappoint.
no, not at all. And that's what the Switch people have been waiting for.
And
games.
Here we go.
Oh, the majesty of all majesties. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Has every fighter.
Every single one.
Every game.
All the DLC. So let's read that list, shall we?
So
we've got Mario, Samus, Kirby, Bowser, Link, Donkey Kong, Fox, Falco, Marth, Zelda, Sheik, Villager, Meta Knight, Mewtwo, Sonic, Peach, Pikachu, Ice Climbers, Inkling, Captain Falcon, Zero Suit Samus, Wii Fit Trainer, Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard, Ness, Lucas, Ryu, Ganondorf, Ike, Cloud, Solid Snake, Jigglypuff, Pichu, Roy, Olimar, Diddy Kong, Lucario, Lucina, Robin, Bayonetta, Mr. Game & Watch, Greninja, Dr. Mario, Rob, Duck Hunt, Pit, Dark Pit, Palatuna, Corrin, Bowser Jr., Toon Link, Young Link, King Dedede, Rosalina, and Luma, the 3 Mii Fighters, Wario, Little Mac, Pac-Man, Shulk, Wolf, Mega Man, Luigi, and Yoshi.
And that's all the ones that we know of. There could be additions to that as well.
And one of those additions that we've already been revealed is Ridley, the purple pterodactyl from Metroid.
So,
Ridley hits the big stage, folks.
So this is going to be a really cool game, especially if you have like a full amiibo collection. We don't know exactly what the amiibo interaction is going to be, but...
However, it's going to take quite some time to unlock all of these characters.
Definitely.
They have said that you will start off with a very small list of characters, just like they did in the very first Melee.
Very first Melee? That wasn't the first game.
I know.
Okay. But okay. Yeah.
But Melee had a very small cast of characters.
Yeah.
And it will take quite some time to unlock them all. Which is totally fine by me. I can play that game for days upon years.
8-player battles are going to come back.
8-player battles.
New power-ups. Transformation supers have been tossed in favor of fast and ferocious animations. So, instead of the big, you take control of your character kind of transformation, it's going to be, I'm thinking like, Kirby? Didn't Kirby have a big slam attack?
Yeah, he has a rock that he can turn into and drop on people.
What was some supers that just did a section of the screen?
Lucario has a beam.
Okay.
He just
so I'm assuming like that
along.
instead of like Snake or something like that.
Snake, where he pulls out the grenade.
Yeah.
Or the grenade launcher. Yeah. They did. So they actually talked about it for quite some time. Giving us some tidbits. One of the things that you just said. Another being the clone fighters like Lucina and Dark Pit are now Echo fighters with altered moves, and Daisy, which is a variation on Peach, joins the ranks. So there's another character right there. GameCube controllers are compatible. I don't know if you just read that, or if you just skipped to the...
I did.
Oh. Sorry, I got caught up in Ghost of Tsushima.
But yeah.
I know you read the... I thought you just skipped down to the amiibo and went from there.
Oh, no.
Oh well.
But yeah. I got that entire middle.
My bad. You got the fake Smash Balls?
I mentioned more power-ups.
More power-ups,
If you were paying attention.
More Pokemon. I wasn't. I got caught up in Ghost of Tsushima. It looks so good, guys. It looks so good. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It is fucking gorgeous.
Ooh, damage is increased in one-on-one matches.
So,
okay,
that's it,
we'll
man.
just repeat everything you've already said.
Yeah,
whatever. That's it. All right. So yeah, we had quite a bit that came true. Most of which I'm happy about. Some of which I'm not. God, it looks so good.
Quick, avert your eyes.
Okay. Pick 3 favorite things from the E3 this year.
Oh God. New Elder Scrolls.
Yep.
I really want a Switch for this Super Smash Bros.
Yep.
Because
I might have to buy my small group leader a Switch because every night after small group we play Smash Bros. On the Wii, so it's Brawl, so it's old but it's good. But I might have to get him a Switch for this.
And I'm gonna do the catch-all and say any game that was exclusive that's coming to PC. Because, that makes me so happy.
Alright, well, I'm not going to be a cop-out. I'm going to go with Kingdom Hearts 3. Because you best believe I'm saving up for that PS4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Elder Scrolls 6. And... looks good. I'm going Smash Bros.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Nintendo
All the way.
did not disappoint this year.
Honorable mention, Devolver Digital.
Yeah. All of Devolver Digital.
All of Devolver Digital. I don't care about their games, except for my friend Pedro. That one looks good. But just their conference.
I'm excited for next year. Already.
Yep. It'll be continued. Their storyline. Alright. That is it. Let's real quick, because we didn't do it at the top of the show. I'm playing through Dark Souls 2. I'm getting close to the end of the game. I've only got about 6 more bosses to go. I've been wiping them out left and right. So, should be maybe 1-2 more streams.
And I am sorry to say that I have played no games since last week.
None?
No, not really.
Dang.
I've played, like, maybe an hour of Diablo. And that's it.
Wow. Well, you know what'll fix that.
The new season.
No, make Slab stream again.